Once upon a time in a small village in Nigeria, there was a kind and hardworking lady named Amina. Amina was married to a man named Chinu. They loved each other very much and lived happily in their small house. Amina and Chinu dreamed of having children to complete their family. They prayed and hoped every day for a baby. Years went by, but Amina couldn't get pregnant. She visited many doctors and tried different medicines, but nothing worked. Amina felt very sad, but she didn't give up hope. She kept praying and believing that one day she would have a baby. Chinu, on the other hand, started to lose patience. He wanted to have children very badly and began to blame Amina for not being able to get pregnant. He became distant and cold towards her. He stopped talking to her and started coming home late. Amina noticed the change in Chinu and felt even more sad and lonely. One evening, Chinu came home and told Amina, "I am leaving you. I want a wife who can give me children. I am going to marry someone else." Amina was shocked and heartbroken. She couldn't believe that Chinu was leaving her just because she couldn't have a baby. She cried and begged him to stay, but Chinu had made up his mind. He packed his things and left their home. Amina was devastated. She felt like her whole world had fallen apart. She didn't know what to do or how to move on. She spent many days crying and feeling sad. But one day, she decided that she needed to be strong. She realized that she couldn't let Chinu's decision ruin her life. She had to find a way to be happy again. Amina decided to focus on something she loved. She had always loved fabrics and clothes. She had a talent for making beautiful dresses and wrappers. She decided to start her own business selling fabrics in the market. She took her small savings and bought some colorful fabrics. She started going to the market every day to sell her fabrics. At first, it was very hard. Not many people knew about her fabrics, and she didn't sell much. But Amina didn't give up. She smiled at everyone who came to her stall and showed them her beautiful fabrics. Slowly, people started to notice her. They loved her colorful and pretty fabrics and began to buy them. Amina's business started to grow. She made more money and bought more fabrics. She worked very hard, waking up early every morning to go to the market and staying late to make new dresses and wrappers. Her hard work paid off, and soon, she became very successful. She opened her own shop in the village, where people could come and buy her fabrics and dresses. Amina's shop became very popular. People from other villages came to buy her fabrics. She made a lot of money and became one of the richest people in her village. She used her money to help others. She gave jobs to women in the village, teaching them how to sew and make dresses. She helped children go to school by paying their school fees and buying them books and uniforms. Everyone in the village admired Amina for her hard work, kindness, and generosity. One day, Chinu came back to the village. He had heard about Amina's success and wanted to see for himself. He was amazed to see how rich and happy Amina had become. He felt very sorry for leaving her and realized that he had made a big mistake. He went to Amina's shop and asked her, "Can you forgive me and take me back?" Amina looked at Chinu and smiled. She said, "I have found my happiness and strength on my own. I forgive you, but I don't need you to be happy." I have built a good life for myself, and I am proud of what I have achieved. Chinu felt ashamed and realized that Amina was right. He left the village, knowing that he had lost a very special person. Amina continued to live a wonderful life. She expanded her business, opening more shops in different villages. She traveled to different cities, buying and selling beautiful fabrics. She became even more successful and well-known. Amina never forgot her dream of having a family. She decided to adopt 2 children who had lost their parents. She gave them a loving home and took care of them as her own. Her house was filled with laughter and joy once again. The children loved Amina very much and were grateful for everything she did for them. Amina showed everyone that with hard work, determination, and kindness, you can overcome any problem and achieve great things. She became an inspiration to many people in her village and beyond. Her story was told to children as a lesson in never giving up and always believing in yourself. Amina lived a long and happy life, surrounded by her children, friends, and the many people she had helped along the way. She proved that true happiness and success come from within and that you can find strength in the most difficult times. And so, Amina's story became a legend, reminding everyone that no matter what challenges you face, you can always rise above them and find your own path to happiness. After leaving the village where Amina lived, Chinu embarked on a journey of self-reflection and redemption. The sight of Amina's success haunted him, stirring feelings of regret and remorse for the way he had treated her. He wandered from place to place, seeking solace and trying to make amends for his past mistakes. Chinu found himself in bustling cities and remote villages, where he encountered people from all walks of life. Along the way, he met individuals who had faced similar challenges and learned valuable lessons from their experiences. Their stories touched his heart and inspired him to seek forgiveness and redemption. As Chinu traveled, he reflected on his actions and the pain he had caused Amina. He realized that his pursuit of happiness had led him astray, blinding him to the love and companionship he had with Amina. He longed to make things right and win back her trust, but he knew it wouldn't be easy. Despite his newfound determination, Chinu faced many obstacles on his journey. He struggled to find work and often felt alone and discouraged. Yet, he refused to give up hope, drawing strength from the memory of Amina's resilience and kindness. Months passed, and Chinu's journey brought him back to the village where he had once lived with Amina. He hesitated at first, unsure of how she would react to seeing him again. But he knew he had to try, no matter the outcome. With a heavy heart and a sense of humility, Chinu approached Amina's shop. He was nervous, uncertain of what he would say or how she would respond. But as he entered the shop, he was greeted by a familiar warmth and familiarity. Amina looked up from her work, her eyes meeting Chinu's with a mixture of surprise and curiosity. She listened as he poured out his heart, expressing his regret and asking for forgiveness. He apologized for leaving her and acknowledged the pain he had caused. To Chinu's relief, Amina listened with compassion and understanding. She saw the sincerity in his eyes and the remorse in his words. Though she couldn't forget the hurt he had inflicted, she recognized his efforts to change and grow. In time, Chinu and Amina forged a new bond, built on trust, forgiveness, and mutual respect. Though they didn't reconcile as husband and wife, they found closure and peace in their shared journey of healing and redemption. Chinidu remained in the village, determined to make amends for his past actions and contribute to the community in meaningful ways. He volunteered at the local school, teaching children about forgiveness and empathy. He helped elderly villagers with chores and errands, offering his time and support with a humble heart. As the years passed, Chinidu became a respected member of the community, known for his kindness and generosity. He lived a simple life, content in the knowledge that he had found redemption and forgiveness. Though his journey had been long and arduous, Chinidu emerged a changed man, guided by the lessons he had learned and the love he had lost and found along the way. And so, his story became a testament to the power of redemption and the resilience of the human spirit. In the village, life continued to unfold, marked by the rhythms of daily routines and the bonds of community. Amina's success story served as an inspiration to many, sparking a renewed sense of hope and possibility among the villagers. Amina's shop flourished, becoming a hub of activity and a gathering place for people from near and far. Her colorful fabrics and stylish dresses attracted customers from neighboring villages, who marveled at her talent and entrepreneurial spirit. With her newfound wealth, Amina invested in the village, funding community projects and supporting local artisans and farmers. The villagers watched with pride as Amina's business grew, celebrating her achievements as their own. They rallied around her, offering words of encouragement and lending a helping hand whenever needed. Together, they formed a tight-knit community, bound by shared values of hard work, generosity, and resilience. As Amina's influence expanded, so too did her impact on the village. She used her resources to improve infrastructure, building roads, schools, and healthcare facilities for the benefit of all. She sponsored educational programs and vocational training initiatives, empowering young people to pursue their dreams and build better futures for themselves and their families. With Amina's support, the village thrived, emerging as a vibrant and prosperous community. Farmers grew bountiful crops, artisans crafted exquisite goods, and entrepreneurs launched new businesses, fueling economic growth and development. The village became known far and wide for its innovation and ingenuity, attracting visitors and investors from distant lands. But amidst the village's progress and prosperity, challenges still remained. Poverty, illness, and inequality persisted, reminding the villagers of the work left to be done. Yet, they faced these challenges with determination and resilience, drawing strength from their collective spirit and shared vision for a better future. In the end, the village's story was one of resilience, redemption, and renewal. Through hardship and adversity, its people had found hope and inspiration in the remarkable journey of one woman. And as they looked to the future, they did so with confidence and optimism, knowing that together, they could overcome any obstacle and build a brighter tomorrow for generations to come. Amina stood in her shop, her heart pounding as Chinidu stood before her, his eyes filled with remorse. Memories of their time together flooded her mind, both happy and painful. She listened quietly as Chinidu spoke, his words echoing with sincerity and regret. As Chinidu poured out his heart, Amina felt a mix of emotions swirling within her. Anger, hurt, and disappointment battled against compassion, empathy, and forgiveness. She remembered the pain of his abandonment, the tears she had shed, and the nights she had spent alone, longing for his return. But she also remembered the love they had shared, the dreams they had nurtured, and the bond they had forged. Amina's heart softened as she looked into Chinidu's eyes, seeing the depth of his remorse and the sincerity of his apology. She knew that forgiving him would not erase the pain of the past or magically mend their broken relationship. But she also knew that holding on to anger and resentment would only weigh her down and prevent her from moving forward. With a deep breath, Amina reached out and placed a hand on Chinidu's shoulder. She spoke softly, her voice tinged with emotion but filled with grace and understanding. "Chinidu," she said, "I have carried the pain of your betrayal for too long. But today, I choose to let go of that pain and embrace forgiveness. Not because you deserve it, but because I deserve peace." Chinidu's eyes widened in disbelief, tears welling up as he realized the magnitude of Amina's words. He reached out and took her hand, holding it tightly as if afraid she might disappear. "Thank you, Amina," he whispered, his voice choked with emotion. "I don't deserve your forgiveness, but I promise to spend the rest of my days trying to make it right." Amina smiled through her own tears, feeling a weight lift from her shoulders as she embraced Chinidu. In that moment, she knew that forgiving him was not about forgetting or condoning his actions. It was about freeing herself from the burden of resentment and choosing to live with an open heart. As days turned into weeks and weeks into months, Amina and Chinidu worked to rebuild their relationship, slowly and cautiously. They shared long conversations and quiet moments, learning to trust and respect each other once again. Though they never reconciled as husband and wife, they found solace in their renewed friendship and mutual understanding. Amina continued to thrive in her business, using her success to uplift others and make a positive impact in her community. Chinidu stood by her side, supporting her endeavors and lending a helping hand wherever needed. Together, they became symbols of resilience, redemption, and the power of forgiveness. In the end, Amina's forgiveness of Chinidu was not just an act of kindness or generosity. It was a testament to her strength, her grace, and her unwavering belief in the transformative power of love. And as she looked to the future, she did so with hope and optimism, knowing that no matter what challenges lay ahead, she would face them with an open heart and a steadfast spirit. As Amina's story unfolded, her friends in the village stood by her side, offering support, encouragement, and unwavering loyalty. They had witnessed her struggles and triumphs, sharing in her joys and sorrows, and they remained steadfast allies on her journey of self-discovery and empowerment. Among Amina's closest friends was Zainab, a spirited and outspoken woman known for her infectious laughter and boundless energy. Zainab had been by Amina's side since childhood, their friendship forged through shared experiences and mutual admiration. She cheered Amina on as she embarked on her entrepreneurial venture, offering words of encouragement and practical advice. As Amina's business flourished, Zainab became her most loyal customer, proudly showcasing Amina's colorful fabrics and stylish designs to anyone who would listen. She stood by Amina's side through thick and thin, celebrating her successes and offering a shoulder to lean on during moments of doubt and uncertainty. Another of Amina's friends was Ibrahim, a wise and gentle soul with a penchant for storytelling and sage advice. Ibrahim had known Amina since they were children, their bond strengthened by a shared love of nature and a deep respect for tradition. He watched with pride as Amina defied societal expectations and pursued her dreams with unwavering determination. Ibrahim was a source of comfort and wisdom for Amina, offering guidance and perspective as she navigated the ups and downs of her entrepreneurial journey. He reminded her of her inner strength and resilience, encouraging her to stay true to herself and never lose sight of what truly mattered. As Amina's success grew, so too did her circle of friends. She welcomed newcomers with open arms, extending kindness and hospitality to all who crossed her path. Together, they formed a tight-knit community, bound by shared values of friendship, generosity, and mutual respect. But amidst the joys of friendship and camaraderie, Amina's friends faced their own challenges and struggles. Zainab wrestled with family expectations and societal pressure to conform, while Ibrahim grappled with personal demands and inner turmoil. Yet, through it all, they drew strength from their bond with Amina, finding solace in her unwavering support and unconditional love. As the years passed, Amina's friends continued to play a vital role in her life, serving as confidants, advisors, and companions on life's journey. They shared in her triumphs and tribulations, celebrating her successes and offering comfort in times of need. And though their paths diverged and their lives took different turns, their friendship remained a constant source of joy and inspiration. In the end, Amina's friends were more than just companions. They were her pillars of strength, her allies in the face of adversity, and her partners in the pursuit of happiness and fulfillment. Together, they exemplified the power of friendship to uplift, inspire, and transform lives, leaving an indelible mark on the fabric of their community and the hearts of all who knew them.